Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the first day of May. And you know it was going to be May. And now it's here. And you won't have to hear that anymore. Here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Weather Stick has gone back to blue, which means we're out of the rain. Yesterday, just a crazy day. Mix of sun and clouds. Then we would get, a shower and then a rumble of thunder even, and then some hail, little pea-sized to dime-sized hail that came down with some of those storms. As I mentioned yesterday morning was a possibility. Not everybody saw that, but it was pretty interesting as that happened. Here's a look at the current picture. All the rain is gone from yesterday. Now we're just seeing some leftover cloud cover this morning. Most of it is north of us and east of us, where there's still just enough moisture trapped there to see those clouds. Skies are mainly clear from, about Metcalfe County west. Through Bowling Green, western Kentucky, northern middle Tennessee. There may be a little fog in there too in a couple of spots, but otherwise it's a pretty quiet start on this Monday, May the 1st. Here we go with the 10-day blender. We put all the models in, spin it around several times, and this is what it comes up with: an average high and low temperature for the next 10 days. We're looking at low 60s today and tomorrow, mid 60s as we get into Wednesday, back into the 70s by Thursday. And that'll be our next chance of rain, Thursday night into Friday. That'll cool us down back into the upper 60s for Friday. But look at that. Afterwards, on the latter half of that 10-day stretch, you see 80s. And it looks like we get into the 80s and stay there for next week. Nice and warm, toasty. This cool weather that we're experiencing right now is not going to last. That is the takeaway. And we know that because now we're into the month of May. It's going to have even less opportunity to get chilly again around here. Speaking of chilly, it's not cold, but it is chilly this morning. And oh yeah, those winds yesterday. Whew. We had some gusts, pretty good wind gusts yesterday across the area, 30, around 40 miles per hour. We could have that again today, it appears. In fact, pretty likely we'll have that again. Right now, the winds are coming out of the west, around 10 miles per hour. We'll check some of those here. First of all, the temperatures in the mostly mid 40s to near 50, where the clouds are thickest this morning. You see everything's holding fairly steady across the state. Now, let's check those winds. Current winds are out of the west and southwest, 5 to 10, maybe 12 miles per hour. What about gusts? Let's see what we got. 15 maybe, 20. There's a 20 mile per hour wind gust. Where is that? Marion County, up near Lebanon, Kentucky. So we've got the beginnings of another breezy day today. So that's going to be a factor. Make sure if you work outdoors, that's going to be something you'll have to pay attention to again for today. All right, let's go to the model map here and see what we can expect over the coming days. As far as systems go, we're in that, you hear a lot of talk on some of the weather networks and things like that about an omega block. An omega block. And you think that sounds like some kind of supplement that I take. CoQ10, omega, fish oil, an omega block. But no, it's got nothing to do with that. This is has everything to do with the flow here of systems. And we have, a big trough over the east. That's what's bringing us the cooler weather. And then back west, there is another big trough. So what happens is the warmer air gets stuck in the middle, gets to go up and over like that. And this looks like what you would know in science and mathematics and all that as an omega, the symbol for omega, which is, kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Close enough. You know what I'm talking about. Some people call it the St. Louis Arch. It's kind of like the arch. There we go. So anyway, so we've got this crazy weather that's happening right now with the big dip in the jet stream wrapping around that low pressure system that just does not want to go away from the Great Lakes. It will eventually, but in the meantime, it's forcing all that colder air into southern Kentucky, even northern middle Tennessee, while the west begins to warm up, but they're going to get their shot of some colder air too eventually. Let's put this into motion. We see that trough beginning to work away, and we finally start to see some improvement in temperature over the coming days with that. Now you can really see that defined omega block right there in the middle. High pressure with lows on either side. That's pretty much how the omega block works. So when you see that, you can very well tell that you're going to have stormy weather on either side, left to right, east to west, but in the middle, it's going to be warm and usually nice. This is as we get into Tuesday, tomorrow. There will still be a few leftover showers north of the Ohio River, just spinning around that low. Here we go into Wednesday, we really start to warm up. Then into Thursday, we start to see the shower activity that's going to come in here and mainly Thursday night into Friday, bring us some showers, possibly a thunderstorm or two. It's a low pressure system. You see it right there. 1,000 millibars, not that strong. Not that strong. It will bring maybe some thunder, lightning, brief heavy rain, dragging a cold front with it. But other than that, I don't foresee this as being a severe weather situation. Here we go, Friday into Saturday. We still have some leftover showers, but then they begin to move away. And notice now we start to establish that omega block is gone, and we start to establish a zonal flow from west to east like we've been seeing, and that means warm air. Yes, much warmer flow. And that's why you saw in the 10-day blender, we're eventually going to go back into the 70s and the 80s, and then we're going to stay there. Will we stay there permanently? Probably not. But most likely, this is going to be the big shakeout uh, as we try to go into late spring and eventually transition into summer. We're still what? How many days away from? Let me see. I've got a cheat sheet here. 50 days, 51 days until summer officially begins. But then, of course, Memorial Day weekend's coming up at the end of this month. This is May. So the end of May, Memorial Day will be there in 30 days or so, and it will be the unofficial kickoff of summer. So all these patterns like this that we've seen lately are going to shake out, and things will begin to turn more like you expect them to be. All right, here's a look at the surface map for the next 7 days. We're going to see this really kind of unsettled weather begin to move away. It's still going to be breezy today, still. Expect some wind gusts of 30. Well, there could be some up to 40. But the rains will be gone for the most part. We won't see those crazy rounds of showers and even some rumbles of thunder with hail like we did yesterday. All of this will move away as we get into Tuesday, then into Wednesday. Still a little troughy, still a little bit of these little pieces of energy, these straws, the little short waves coming through from time to time with some clouds and a breeze, but that's about it. Here we go into Thursday in the beginning of the shower activity with a warm front that is going to move in by Thursday night into Friday. Low pressure system that dives out of the plains through the Tennessee Valley will set off some showers. And then there we go into Friday and Saturday. It starts to break up a bit. There still may be a shower or two even around on Sunday this weekend, but it's not going to be like it was this past weekend because then we're going to warm up into the 80s. Yesterday's high in Bowling Green, by the way, was 62, the average 75. So we were 13 degrees cooler than the average for this time of the year, and we picked up 3/100ths of an inch of rain at the airport. Some of you picked up more than that with those isolated showers. But today we shouldn't see that much in the way of rain until you go into, say, northern Kentucky. All right, I'm getting ready to head to the radio station, Sam. 100.7 on your radio dial to start the morning show at 6 a.m. until 10. I hope you'll join me for that. In the meantime, have a great Monday, May 1st. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.